Yeah. Up in the building. Yeah, we lighting up the scene. Crypto gems on radar, chasing every dream. Do your own research, that's the golden theme. We bring the facts, no cap, we keep it clean. Scrolling through the charts, got my eyes on the rise. Viber got the info, got me feeling so wise. No hype, just the truth, yeah, we cutting through lies. Sharpen knowledge on the daily, watch the profits multiply. From Bitcoin to the altcoins, we digging for gold. Community so strong, never do what you're told. Dior, that's the motto, let the story unfold. We ain't selling you a dream, just the facts to behold. Viber finance, shining in the night. Crypto gems, yeah, we find them right. Do your research, keep the future bright. Viber got your back, we ignite your flight. No pump and dump, just the realest advice. We break it all down, make it simple and nice. Every tip, every trick, got you rolling the dice. But with knowledge in your pocket, you can win every price. Viber finance, shining in the night. Crypto gems, yeah, we find them right. Do your research, keep your future bright. Viber got your back, we ignite your flight. So when you're lost in the crypto sea, Viber is the light, come vibe with me. Stay smart, stay sharp, and you'll always see the best gems shine with transparency.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Viberville. Hope you're surviving the bloodbath. And I can't say that I saw this shit coming, but with Japan, we were talking about forever, it feels like, for over a year. With Bitcoin, the Epstein nonsense, it just, the market didn't feel right. All the stuff that I think is going to be valuable and should be valuable, the market seems to hate. And the Ponzi schemes and the garbage is what's shilled. So I don't know, guys. It's rough out there in these mean streets. So be careful. But Jesus, look at XRP down 22%. That's crazy. $1.18 right now. I was gonna sell at $1.29, like right here. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna sell, and it's gonna start going back up. And sure enough, we rolled over again. But the beautiful thing is I bought almost 99% of my XRP at under 50 cents. So I don't care. I'm zooming out. I'm not worried about it. This is what happens. This is par for the course. Every altcoin is just getting slaughtered right now. And this right here is hilarious, this video. There's no sound, but it's just sums up the typical XRP person that thought it was going to $1,000. How about down 66%? In less than 2 months. I don't know. But look at that. $1.16 now. Holy shit. I mean, are we coming back down to 85 cents, 75 cents? I don't know. But look at this right here. If this is the same exact pattern right here, boom, and then from down there we made one little lower low, so maybe we come up again and chop sideways here for $1.40 to $1.70, and then make the same move again. Like, this is literally the same exact thing. I mean, I don't remember. Oh, this was October 10th, so that was just a random Binance event, so that shouldn't have happened in my opinion. So you take that candle out, I mean, it's literally the same thing. Well, we'll see what happens from here. Yeah, buying the fucking blood. What you're doing right now. Grounded at Hex, good to see you. Let me take myself off the screen there. Oops. But yeah, look at this, guys. It's the same pattern. Now that I'm gone. So I think this is happening. The truth about Bitcoin's crashing. This is what retail's doing right now. The narratives and the FUD. I mean, I heard about this like 6 months ago. I thought it was going to come out earlier than this, but it seems like they time these releases for when they need them. Like, if this came out 4 or 5 months ago, everyone was so bullish, Bitcoin was still at 100K, no one would have cared. But now you release this stuff when everyone's kind of hesitant. it changes everything. After reading this, you'll regret believing everything you once believed and preached about Bitcoin being digital gold. Well, it's funny. It sucks for people that were. There's always been more to the Epstein case, and this might be the real reason why Bitcoin's crashing. They told us Satoshi was anonymous. They told us Bitcoin would be a currency, not a store of value. What did they not tell us? We were not told that the top 1% knew who Satoshi was. We were not told the main purpose was to become a store of value for the top elite while tricking us into hodling. Know this, whenever the market keeps going down and top crypto figures tell you and me hodl, it's the perfect time to sell. Myself have not actually bought any tokens since early 25, and we're glad we didn't. Over the past couple of years, experience has taught us better. Hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. The Bears are in control. But guys, I was listening to a really good quick video on Twitter. How last cycle we had Gary Gensler as an enemy. We had FTX as an enemy that we could rally around, and like the whole community could come and like have a bad guy. And right now, we don't have a bad guy for some reason. There's nobody that we can all come together and be like, as an industry, we don't like that guy. He's bad. And I think that's a problem. So maybe now Binance CZ becomes the villain. Because I'm hearing now, again, Binance denies issuing cease and desist letters over insolvency claims. A social media user claimed the crypto exchange had threatened legal action over their insolvency allegations. Tether, it ties its anchor. Tether deepens its ties with Anchorage Digital through $100 million equity investment. So Tether is just getting tied in deeper, and deeper. On one side, they just buy all the treasuries, and then on the other side, they run a Ponzi scheme keeping Bitcoin up. So now the rug has been pulled out. Everyone's true colors will be exposed. So you're going to see the scammers and like the people that weren't good start to run for the hills. On-chain data shows accelerating realized losses. The breakdown below Bitcoin's true market mean, an on-chain cost basis metric tracking the average acquisition price of actively circulating supply. Confirmed a broader market deterioration that the Glassnode analysis said resembles the early stages of prior bear market transitions. I don't think so, guys. I don't think we're in a massive bear market right now for some reason. I really don't. I think we're going to come down and we're going to flush down to like 50K. Maybe Saylor blows up. I mean, something goes bust. A bank, something's going to happen where they have an excuse to print money. And the problem right now is we need legislation. Mark Warner says he's in crypto hell as the Senate works to revive the stalled market structure bill. So we need this to come because crypto's the future, right? And the banks and the industry, they need to be able to pour real money into the industry and not know that in 3 years, Gary Gensler 2.0 comes, or Elizabeth Warren becomes head of the SEC or the Treasury Department. And then they just go crazy on crypto. So until the regulation is here, the money is not going to come in. And that's one thing that I've really started to understand. The White House has officially rejected the crypto market structure bill. The proposal is meant to reduce market manipulation and create clear rules for crypto. Without it, uncertainty increases, and that's not a good sign for Bitcoin or the broader market. And this is all done by design. My tinfoil theory hat is they're going to kick the can, let shit get bad, and then someone's going to come in to save the day. Whether that's a crypto, whether that's a company, whether that's the Fed, I don't know. That's just what I see happening. I feel like I'm in crypto hell, Warner said on Thursday. Scott Bessent was also at the hearing to testify about the Financial Stability Oversight Council tasked with monitoring risks to the financial system. Crypto is here to stay, and we need clear rules of the road. We need not create a set of rules that leaves huge exemptions and candidly takes away some of the prosecutorial powers that exist today, pointing out that national security protections involving decentralized finance are still a real concern. Guys, but we hear all these people talking about open source public blockchains are the future. Flare, modular lending is now live. They partnered with Morpho and Mystic to do this. So you have 3 companies coming together. And then also Hex Trust. We've been talking about them for years, showing how they built out platforms for institutional DeFi for the world in 2022 and 2023 when MetaMask Institutional went live. So they've all been using DeFi, but on the other side saying it's too risky. We need like regulations. We need clear rules. Yeah, a certain sector of the market does for the banks, but that comes last. They move slowest. And right now with commercial real estate, the crisis that I don't know how is not a bigger thing because so many properties are half vacant. You can't mask that. You can't cover it up. Those loans are going to come due. So I feel like with AI and Sam Altman, it's just a ticking time bomb. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it isn't. Maybe these LLMs are the future. But I don't think so. 2 years of gains are wiped out in 4 months. BTC is 50% from the top. It's definitely a crypto winner. Yep. But Bitcoin was the only thing that ran up. And I think it was artificially run up from ETF demand. I don't think that was natural. Retail never was here. And even the volume, if you just look at the volume on Bitcoin, look at this. It's now, I hate this stupid mouse. So look at it. Compared to 2021, dude, look at this. We're literally like below the lowest days. So there's no volume. You're like, retail was not really here. They were all on Solana getting wrecked, chasing rug pulls. So I think I don't think this is going to last very long. Maybe 2 more months. We come down and then we chop around 75K or right around here. This local top, I think, in the mid 70s. And then we get legislation, something. I don't know. I feel like we've been in a kind of a bear market for years, and we just had certain sectors of the market propped up, and it was all just a smoke and mirrors show. And that's what crypto is. It's all just speculation and hype and gambling. It's coming to 60 cents and buying much more. Yeah, that's me too. Because it's if XRP, I'm still, Ripple's price is going up on the secondary market. It's one of the highest traded stocks in private equity. And like Ripple is the banks at this point. I think there just needs to be a little consolidation. We need something to happen for an excuse to print money. There needs to be a reason why all this happened. It can't be the Fed was fudging numbers and they knew what was going on. They need a real world disaster to happen. I don't know if that's going to be Iran, COVID 3.0. I mean, who the hell knows? But to be bearish now about the future of crypto, that's crazy. Like, shout out Maximus, because he put out an awesome video with Smoke Dog this morning. And he talked about quant for a while and what they're tied into. And just the fact that Gilbert Verdian, his old boss, his apprentice, was the former president of the Bank of England. So these people are put into places to play roles. And I really think Michael Saylor is playing a role. And I think that shit's going to go bust somehow. It's the same playbook from the .com era. He did the same thing. Jim Cramer blamed him as a huge reason for the dot-com bubble. And then he comes into here late as hell and just becomes the face of Bitcoin. Like, just never felt organic. What up, Advanced Hood Cleaning Solutions? Good to see you. Everyone's here for the tech. I am now, bro. I'm officially, that's my new motto. 2026, we're here for the tech. The 2 more weeks, utility's going to matter. Senators have been working out to advance the bill from the committee to regulate the crypto industry as a whole, divvying up jurisdiction between the SEC and the CFTC, while also setting forth disclosure requirements and anti-money laundering standards. A market structure law, if passed, would help clarify long-standing questions in the crypto industry, like issues involving token issuance and creating guidelines for emerging sectors like tokenized equities. Guys, this shit was already done. I remember watching an interview 2 years ago with Paul Barron, or on Paul Barron's channel, with one of the representatives, and when they were putting forth the act last year, both of them were coming through, and there were clear guidelines how you went from potential security to a decentralized commodity. It's all there, and the banks just put up a huge fight against this because they're way behind, and there's no way all these old guys are going to just give up control and switch to this new system. They're used to a certain way, and they just ignore the future. And that's why I think there's going to be some kind of bust that has to happen in the banking system. And then instant settlement and being able to move money around instantly is going to bail them out, and it's going to come save the day. Like, everything is moving here. They're telling us right here, crypto is here to stay, and everything I think is going to work out. This was hilarious. The Schwab CEO says prediction markets can aid investors, but sports betting is counter to our mission. Are prediction markets gambling too? So they're not going to have prediction markets on Schwab, but they're going to show them to their investors. So you're basically dangling slot machines, enticing people to go gamble. So you're showing them the betting odds, basically, but you're not encouraging to gamble. It's so funny how these people work. Schwab could eventually make such probability data available directly to clients, even if it doesn't operate a market itself. The first is that a prediction market offers you insights into the probability of different events. As an investor, that information is good to know about. As an investor, you probably can look that up yourself if you really were a savvy investor. That's something we struggle with, is sports betting. It's counter to our mission. People generally don't get better off in their financial life via gambling. Schwab prefers to leave that business to firms positioning themselves as gambling platforms. We'll leave it to the FanDuels and the Robin Hoods. These people are hilarious. They use certain things for their advantage. Like, they're going to either get crazy with prediction markets, so they need to clamp down with regulation. The AI is going to get so out of control, they need to clamp down with regulations to help you. But this is, unfortunately, the bad side to technology. Like, it comes with a price. I don't know if you guys saw this, but Vitalik is finally admitting that L2s are dead. He blasted the oversaturated landscape and calls new EVM L1s pointless. Build something new. L2s no longer make sense because L1 scaling like a boss while L2s drag their feet on decentralization. Oh, the irony. L2s were supposed to save us. Now they're the awkward X at the party. Time for L2s to niche down or get wrecked. AI apps and privacy. Like, I was listening to another stream earlier about Zcash and how Epstein was funding some of the Zcash developers. And that's why it went on such a run, because privacy had its little narrative. So now people are going to just associate Zcash privacy, But ironically, the one is Monero. That's the real privacy coin that they don't want to talk about because it's still uncracked, it's still untraceable, and it's the one coin that operates outside the system. Like MasterCard and Visa have the ability to track down all the transactions on the blockchain, except for Monero. So that it's just funny how Zcash, you thought it was organic. There was a reason why it ran to create a narrative. I have a guess on the bottom for ETH. Boom. I'm still not used to the Microsoft mouse. All right, what do we do? Probably 1,200. If it doesn't hold here at like 1,500. I mean, we're coming back down $1,200 maybe. I don't know, Goo. What do you think? We got these things could just drop to where, and that's the other thing is the sentiment on social media. Once people feel like everything's going to zero, my altcoins are going to zero, and those last people start to capitulate. When the sentiment is we're going to zero, that's when the market turns and max pains to the upside. You know, like I'd like, does this look like a real bull run? I mean, that's a bull run right there. This is a bull run last cycle here. And then since 2022, I mean, yeah, ETH from the bottom to the top technically did a 5x, but we've kind of just been range bound in this channel since November 2020, February 2021. And we've just been chopped. We've been range bound. So that's why it never feels like we had a real bull run. So it just feels like this is huge consolidation. It just makes slowly making higher lows. And then, I don't know, I feel like the money's going to rotate out of metals. You know, that's the other thing is metals, when they top, it seems to lead the way for cryptos. And finally, what is the ISCM or whatever, the business shit is over 50. So things are kind of still bullish. What's mocking all the big leverage whales get liquidated will bounce. They all get wiped between 15 and 1900. So, all right. So a wick down to 1,400 maybe. You know, back down here to clear out everybody. But this is good that it's happening fast. Like, if Bitcoin was doing this, like, kind of like just slow breakdown, I don't like that. You know, where it took 2 months, 3 months to make that move. I'd rather have that shit happen in a month and just wick down, and then everything's a V-shaped recovery now. You know, it's all bots and algorithms trading. Like, there's no humans here anymore making these markets. So Vitalik's killing the L2s, which were such a huge thing. We still don't have legislation, which I think that we need that. Like, clearly the banks are not going to pour hundreds of $1 million into crypto, into DeFi, into innovating until they know there's going to be no pushback, or they're not breaking the law or doing anything illegal. Like, you know, it's so ironic that Congress and these guys are pushing back on the market structure bill, and they don't want Trump and his family to profit on crypto, but they were the ones that made insider trading famous. Like, Nancy Pelosi The inverse Pelosi and the Pelosi tracker are now infamous because of them. So for them to be saying that is just, it's very, very ironic. It just shows you how everything literally is backwards. Gold's collapsing, silver's collapsing, Bitcoin's collapsing, stocks are collapsing, dollar collapsing, everything collapsing. So where the fuck we safely put our money? Sealed Pokemon, obviously. Been in a bull run for, man, I don't know how many months now. And I've been loading up. Went to the local Dollar Generals past weekend. They're $4.50 a pack. And then with a $5 off coupon if you spend $25. So you get 7 packs for $25. So I got 40 of them here. So I spent like $130. And the cheapest ones on the internet now are like $8, $9. So you go buy them for $4, you can flip them for $8 all day long right now if you can find them. But they just been crushing, going up, 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 up. So if there's all this money to sustain a Pokemon bull run for years, metals making new all-time highs, the money will rotate into crypto. It's just a matter of time. So the faster these other things cool down, I think the better off we are. Good day, Clidtrons. We don't want to see a bounce here, to be honest. You want to see a range hold first. Right now, it's just a knife catching. Yep. All right. So we don't want to see a bounce now. All right. So, yeah, we want to see, we want to go down to 50 and liquidate Saylor or something like that. So, yeah, either keep bleeding or chop. Like, regardless, this shit's out of our control. I don't hold any Bitcoin. I mean, I'm getting more wrecked in XRP. But the fact that I bought it all down here and even back here in 2020, the most of mine I bought back here in like September, October to January of 2020. So back down here, like 25 to 30 cents. And then the lawsuit, bam. I remember that. The law, I think, yeah, that was COVID. And this was the lawsuit right here. And then it's still kind of, I guess 7X ain't shit. But I think we're repeating. I think this is exactly what's going to happen for the chart. Same thing. So I think Bitcoin too. It'll stop and maybe chop, bam, roll over again, chop. But I don't know. Couple months, 3-4 months, hopefully not. MicroStrategy earnings calls today. This dump might be front running that. I'm pretty sure he doesn't have much positive left to report. Yeah, I don't know who else he can sell to either, or how many new debt instruments that he can pull out of his ass to create. Like the Ponzi, it just feels up. Oh, Jesus. Man. From 457 in July last summer to 105 right now. So this shit's coming back down here. This shit's coming back down to $70. Jesus. What about Solana? Is that going down to 30? Man, so if it doesn't hold that 60s here, $60, boy, it is on its way down. Holy shit. But I mean, who held Solana? I mean, I was a huge Solana bull at $8. I was talking about it on stream because Sami was calling it Soylana. And I told everybody this is the buy of a life because FTX, they're going to pump it back up. It was so obvious. So I bought it right down here. I bought a couple $1,000s worth. and I sold it up at $200 or 205 or something like that, and I put it all into XRP. So, I mean, it's down, but I'm up. I mean, this is we're coming back down to $30 for sure. Like, who's here buying Solana right now? Like, it's done. There's no narrative for it right now. That's crazy. Good news that we could use some for Richard Hart. His assault charge has been removed by Interpol. So now all we have left is this tax thing. Vietnamese man arrested for illegally purchasing Pokemon cards in bulk using multiple fake accounts on Pokemon Center online. No way. That cannot be real. Man, I don't know why these aren't playing. I can't hear anything. That's hilarious. But yeah, good news for Richard. Hopefully this is part one. So until that other thing is gone, the tax shit, I think it's just going to be more of the same. Oh yeah, they're just running with this narrative now that Bitcoin was the chosen one until it was just coerced by Epstein. Like, it's so funny how it shifts from the greatest thing ever to now everyone hates it. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if something flips Bitcoin this year. It's gonna happen. It's only a matter of time. Something's gonna flip Bitcoin this year. But yeah, guys, I'm just like, I love Flare at this price. Down here where you can get over 1,000 of them for $10, like 1,100 coins for $10 right now. Man, I'm buying as much Flare as I can get a hold of. Like, I just know, like, all the XRP that is held by the institutions and exchanges, even Kraken, the thing that they're doing, is all done through Flare. Their partnership they signed. So Hex Trust, guys, is huge. We talked about them so many times. Oh shit. I hate this new keyboard. I'm not used to Windows because we've been talking about them forever. How they've been building out all of these, anything you needed as a company, they'll build for you. They serve investors, DAOs, token projects, foundations, protocols, DeFi applications, and NFT communities. An institutional grade platform for managing digital assets. So basically, your company, you don't know what the hell you're doing. You reach out to them and they do everything for you. They can buy NFTs for you. They use MetaMask for you. They'll hold it in institutional grade accounts. Like, this is so everybody around the world that was an institution, an enterprise, banks, they all could use this. But us as the retail person, we're shown all this nightmare stuff. Everyone's fighting about it. It's too risky. We can't use it. It's for criminals, this, that. But the whole time the world's already using it. So that's how I know this shit is going to happen. Like, we can't be the crypto hub of the world and not have regulations and allow people to start building. Like, Trump's already losing votes. Like, I just can't see. It's the 250th anniversary this year. Like, it just feels like he knew everything was going to be bad because he was inheriting a disaster from Biden with all just the DIE hires everywhere. And there's nothing he could do. The Fed says, oh yeah, we added 1 million jobs last year. Oh, sorry, we revised that, and we were off by 900,000. Or they added 1.2 million and they were off by 900,000. So the entire country and businesses were going off data that was bad and was false. So until that stuff clears up, he's got to let it bleed. But at what point does he start losing votes and say, all right, enough is enough? Like, this can't go on. I don't know. Or does he not care because his family's making so much damn money that it really doesn't matter? Why do we keep getting fooled by guys like Tom Lee? Tom Lee is, because he's the media darling because he brainwashes people. And it's almost, you laugh when you hear their predictions. It's crazy. But just as everything is the opposite. They've all been using this stuff, but it's too risky for us. And eventually they're going to come up with regulations that are fair. And I think they're going to allow DeFi. It's just a matter of time. They're going to make, I think, a lot of debt needs to get sold and come onto the market. And that way they force more issuers of stable coins and just shows the importance of them. Otherwise, the bond market goes bye-bye. I don't think they can have that. So interesting times, guys. Interesting. And cubic trade, Garth, finally, after some bad shit that happened, we are sitting at 60 per coin right now. So there was a hack. And fortunately, the no Garth got stolen, but the dev lost 200 billion cubic and a lot of other stuff. So they pulled the liquidity. They did an airdrop. Everyone got half our coins, but they doubled the value. So everything should be good. And I'm glad to see that because they got the game coming out and Garth was doing so good. You just hate to see bad things happen to good people. But QMine 2 at 4.4K, MLM 2.5 billion. So I can't wait to start using beta and playing that game and learning about it. Because I think if this is done right, this has the ability to be so big. Because if Come From Beyond's going to be on there playing and actually is passionate about it, so many people are going to want to be on there playing with them. And it just hits such a wide variety of people where it's not a sports game. It's not chess. The average person can just play it. It's a strategy game. Or maybe like a real life thought game where everything you do has consequences, which I think that's pretty cool. But man, cubic at these prices, I'm loving right now. At 6 zeros, 462. Holy shit. Damn, that is like all-time lows. Golly. Why do I not even see cubic? Oh, there you go. Jeez, that's crazy. But I don't mind. Cubic, I don't see anything else like it. Any AI projects don't have shit on it. This is our hope for the future. Sergey's been working on this for 20 years. So he's got my backing. What up, Damien? John May, made alive. Let's go. Yeah, smash that like button. Yeah, do that. All right, fam. I'm out of here. Don't panic. Just chill out. We know the coins that are going to be relevant in the future. And I'm just keep stacking, right? If these things are going to be around, HBAR has a 100-year plan to scale. We're going to be holding Hedera for the next 20, 30, 40 years. All right. So just be patient with this shit. Don't get caught up in the day-to-day. Zoom out. And it sucks, but it's the right thing to do. Investing is not fun. Getting rich overnight, that's not practical. It's not how it works. You build wealth over time. You buy the blood and you wait. In all of the hedge funds and private brokerage houses and firms, the accounts that are at the highest are like dead people and accounts that never moved anything, because the people that are there the longest are up the most. And it's the same in everything. If you just buy and hold, you outweigh people, delay gratification, things work out. And especially when you are in the blue chips that are going to change the future. Guys, these projects have been building for 10 plus years. That's a good thing. That's bullish as hell, right? That means they've had a track record and they have a goal. And now with regulations here, the money can flow in from the banks and the big money can come into the market. Love it or hate it, that's where we're going. This is the world we live in. So smash that like button. You need help, go to vibrafinance.com. You can book a one-on-one and we'll get your portfolio straight, get you in the blue chips, long-term, short-term plans, whatever you need. I'm at it.
Yeah. Up in the building. Yeah, we lighting up the scene. Crypto gems on radar, chasing every dream. Do your own research, that's the golden theme. We bring the facts, no cap, we keep it clean. Scrolling through the charts, got my eyes on the rise. Viber got the info, got me feeling so wise. No hype, just the truth, yeah, we cutting through lies. Sharpen knowledge on a daily, watch the profits multiply. From Bitcoin to the altcoins, we digging for gold. Community so strong, never do what you're told. Igore, that's the motto, let the story unfold. We ain't selling you a dream, just the facts to behold. Viber Finance, shining in the night. Crypto gems, yeah, we find them right. Do your research, keep the future bright. Viber got your back, we ignite your flight. No pump and dump, just the realest advice. We break it all down, make it simple and nice. Every tip, every trick, got you rolling the dice. But with knowledge in your pocket, you can win every price. Viber Finance, shining in the night. Crypto gems, yeah, we find them right. Do your research, keep your future bright. Viber got your back, we ignite your flight. So when you're lost in the crypto sea, Vibra's the light, come vibe with me. Stay smart, stay sharp, and you'll always see the best gems shine with transparency.